Hello again. This is the second time I'm recording this video because the first time, as per usual with every YouTube channel I've ever had, I've said, all right, I'm gonna make this quick, and then like 28 minutes later, I'm done droning on. So this time I'm gonna make myself make this quick. So without further ado, I've been in the Outback Wilderness Edition for a whole year now. And so what I thought I might do on the way to my executive leadership team meeting at work, which is a breakfast meeting this time, which should be fun, is go over briefly an update, just a 1-year update of living with this car for a year. I'll go ahead and give you a spoiler. I love the car still. It's a great car. Matter of fact, I often refer to it as the best car I've ever owned. It's far from perfect, but I would certainly buy the car again 1,000,000 times over. So if that's really what you were interested in, like, is the guy happy with the car? Does he have buyer's remorse, or is he glad he made the purchase? The answer is, I'm glad I made the purchase. It's a fun car to drive. It's extremely comfortable. It's way easy to keep it clean. I mean, look around in here. It's way easy to keep it clean. StarTech stuff, man, this stuff is awesome. Now we'll find out, over the years if it stands the test of time. But it's a great car. I love the car. It's got plenty of power, really, frankly, more power than I need in a practical sense. Like, I've never been in a situation where, like, no, not enough power. More often than not, I'm like, I'm gonna hit the gas and kind of be a hooligan and feel the turbo kick in and all that. So, got plenty of power. It's still a CVT transmission, right? I mean, if I could snap my fingers and make it just, your standard automatic transmission with real gears, of course I would do that. But I gotta be honest, man, in a year, I haven't really had any issues with the CVT. It's got the rubber band feeling everybody complains about, but it doesn't stand in the way of me doing what I want to do. Whether it's on-road, off-road, highway, city, zipping around town, it's fine. It does what it's supposed to do. Once again, we'll have to follow up in a few years to see if it stands the test of time. But for now, I'm more than happy with it. The aftermarket stuff I put on here, loving all that. The Dark Defense DDS4 ditch lights over there, you see them right there? Those are awesome. My little remote clicky thing that turns them on and off and makes them flash and do all kind of stuff that I got from SuperBrightLEDs. No affiliation, but great place to find little parts like this. I keep it over here, and it works great. I never even changed the batteries. It's been a year. No battery change. It's been great. I love the Yakima SkinnyWarrior. It's been a great roof rack for me. I don't like how I've got the X-Bull recovery boards mounted in there. I'm going to come up with something that's easier to take them on and off, because there's been a few occasions that I probably should have used them and didn't, just because it's such a pain in the butt to unscrew everything and hold it all back together and stand on the side of a muddy car and try to put it back up there. So I'll probably come up with something very lowbrow. Look at all those kayaks. That person's going to have fun today. Probably something lowbrow, just like an old school rubber black strap. That's probably what I'll end up doing there. Is it really on the street? So, because like I said, I'm not using them when I should, and there's no point in having them. The Overland Orbis Overlanding rack wing is been awesome. I will say this, I would spring for the metal hinges instead of the plastic hinges that come with it. My plastic hinges did eventually fail because I live in Alabama and I don't have a garage, and so they're just baking in the sun all the time. So I didn't quite make it a year. But yeah, the rack wing itself is awesome. I love the rack wing. And the Roto-Pax fuel can has bailed me out. Not actually in this car, but in other situations. A couple of times I've used it and it's been good. I was concerned about how that lock would hold up, and it's been fine. The Roto-Pax lock system, even after being a year outside, it still functions fine. So love all that stuff. Love the Hull-a-Port, the Thule Hull-a-Port, I think XTs are what they're called. Kayak Rack, those things are awesome, man. They're so easy to use, and I have no issues carrying my Liquid Logic Deuce Coupe tandem kayak, which is, I think it's like 13 feet long. No issues carrying it around. So, you know, getting it up there is not the best, but it's certainly doable by yourself. Love the CVT awning. It's been great. Pioneer awning I've got. I don't use it a whole lot, but I do use it, and it's been great to have that when I need it. I've even used it at work when we did that hurricane response down in the Gulf. I work in the contract security world. I was able to set up like my own little command center with my awning and be out of the sun. So that's good. Here's some things I don't like. Okay, I don't like the little plastic OEM thing that goes in the back there, the little tray or whatever. It's just flimsy, and it doesn't stay where it's supposed to, and it slides around if you have anything on it. You should have put some kind of texture underneath it that gripped the carpet. I've even cut a little notch out so that where the latch connects, when it slides, it doesn't impede the latch, because it's doing that all the time. So at some point I'll probably get an aftermarket one of those. What else? Is there anything else I don't like about it? The screen's glitchy, just like everybody complains about from time to time. I don't mind the user interface all that much. It doesn't bother me that I have to touch screen buttons. I live my life on a cell phone. I mean, it's a touch screen. I guess that's not that big of a deal to me. Sure, it'd be a little better if some of the buttons were actually buttons and not, in the touchscreen thing. But that doesn't really bother me all that much. It does annoy me when it just like craps its pants because you've touched too many things and it's still trying to think, and it turns itself off and turns it back on, which does seemingly disable all the safety features too while it's doing that little reset. So that's something to bear in mind. And it has TomTom GPS. It works, but it's like, come on guys, of all the GPS options in the world, you partner with TomTom? It seems like such an archaic option. So oh, and here's one thing I really hate. I hate how glitchy Android Auto is. In fact, this cable here is the only cable out of many cables I've ever tried that seems to work at like 95% of the time with Android Auto. And this was my boss's cable. We were doing a work trip and we took my car. And I was like, hey man, I'm stealing this because I've tried so many cables and this is the only one that works. And I don't even know, it has a brand name on it. Anker, A-N-K-E-R. Knowing Mike, he bought this on Amazon for like 30 cents, but it happens to work really well. I don't know what the issue is, why it's so glitchy with most cables, but you know how you prevent that, Subaru? You know how you prevent that? Wireless Android Auto. We've been to the moon. Wireless Android Auto. Seems like an obvious thing. But yeah, all in all, super pleased with the car. Would buy it again over and over and over again. I'm sure there'll be things in the future that I find annoying. Oh, I'm sorry. One more thing that I find annoying. The sound acoustic baffling that's underneath the car. It's like that felty material. It's held on with these like push plastic rivets. And if you actually go off-road in this car, you're going to grind the undercarriage on rock from time to time. And that tends to break those little rivets off. And then you pull out and you got like 2 feet of flappy felt flapping underneath your car. So that's suboptimal. Anyway, buy one of these cars. It's awesome. Subaru, put a daggum real transmission in it one day when you come out with other iterations. What else? What else would I do differently? Come on, give us a Wilderness Edition quality tray for the back, one that matches the mats in the front, the rubberized mats. Let's get that taken care of. Give us wireless Android Auto. Did I mention that? Wireless Android Auto. Let's have that. That'd be great. Oh, and when you're doing Android Auto, it'd be great to use this whole 55-inch screen TV that I got mounted in my dash instead of like just a little bitty half of it. Anyway, I'm running dangerously close to making this overly long as per usual. In fact, it's 9 minutes, so we're gonna keep this sub 10 minutes. Peace up, A-Town down, roll tide, bye Subaru.